that last play, when the camera got your head dejected and you were looking down, what goes through your mind and what do you pull from when things aren't going well throughout a game or through a season? With your experience in the NFL, what do you pull from in times like these?
Past, the success we've had in the past, the confidence, plays that I've made, plays that we've made. Past.
Did you tape your hand at halftime?
Yeah.
What was the reason?
A couple snaps kind of jammed it, so I wanted a little bit more support just on that knuckle.
You know?
No, actually, I felt a little better when it was taped up.
So can you guys win if you're not making a lot of plays outside the pocket? I know you still can, but can you do that enough to carry this thing?
I might need to do that a little bit more. I mean, I kind of had a mindset to maybe look to do that a little bit more. Didn't do it enough today, but it was a lot of two-show. We didn't run the ball particularly well. Didn't catch it particularly well, and I didn't really move a whole lot to extend plays until that last drive.
This week, nobody wants to put on bad tape. When are you going to watch the tape of this game, and what do you anticipate seeing?
Some bad tape. Yeah, some bad tape all around. I'll probably peek it tonight, just to have a heads up on what to expect tomorrow when we watch it again. Yeah, I'll peek it tonight.
Did they, it seemed like they didn't blitz at all. If that's right, what does that tell you?
I think you know what it tells you. They didn't need to. That's what they thought. They thought the rush could get home and they could cover it up on the back end.
What went wrong on third down for you guys today?
Execution of the details, small details. I mean, a lot of mental errors today. Now, we had some issues with guys getting hurt. Allen got banged up, and Sammy's was trying to keep Sammy to 20 to 25 plays, but yeah, we just made some silly execution mistakes.
And in the past, you've said relax as words for the team. This year, coming into the multiple consecutive losses under the LaFleur area, the first time it's happened, what do you think needs to change for the team in order to bounce back from this consecutive loss?
We just got to play better, all of us. I think if we all look at the film, there's probably a number of plays in every phase that we could have done better. But I said it before, the margin of error is so tight. A couple calls don't necessarily go our way, and then we don't execute at all on offense in certain situations. Simple things, we're behind the sticks, we're penalties, or dropping balls, we're not putting balls in the right spot. It's not winning football.
When you said run the table a few years ago,
Yeah.
that seemed really plausible. Does it?
Did it though?
It did.
Should we rewind history, Pete, and look at what you said about it?
Sure.
What'd you say?
I couldn't tell you for sure. I'd have to go back and look, but it was at least plausible.
Plausible.
And I'm wondering if that feels, not running the table, but righting the ship and getting the playoffs, does that feel plausible right now?
Goddamn right it does. I'm not worried about this squad. In fact, this might be the best thing for us this week. Nobody's going to give us a chance. Going to Buffalo and Sunday Night Football, the chance to get exposed, shoot, might be the best thing for us.
You think there's a widespread belief in the locker room? That's your belief. You think
That
that's
what?
Is that a widespread belief in your locker room? Obviously, that's your belief.
That what?
That you guys can get it turned around and no concern here about the squad.
I mean, it should be. Unless they don't think they're the right person for the job. I think I'm the right person for the job. So I'd have to ask them.
You said there was some mistakes, but what did you see in the Washington defense? And Coach Ron Rivera said they keep getting better every week. What did you see in the overall Washington defense?
Yeah, I mean they got a good front. They got a lot of first round picks. They're solid on the back end, but they did nothing. They've been man coverage like, I don't know, one or two times. It was all too high, some match, occasional drop down safety, but they didn't really do a whole lot. They can. They got a good broad scheme, well coached, between Ron and Jack, and got good players, but didn't have to do a whole lot.
Aaron, can you talk about, on your side, how your defensive folks played well today?
What's the question?
Today, your defense squad,
What about?
how are they, your thoughts on the effort?
I mean, we had a pick six. We had a forced fumble return for a touchdown. Got called back. We had another fumble that looked like a fumble. Thought they were, more aggressive around the football. We had some opportunities, for sure. I mean, they definitely played well enough for us to win.
When you say you draw on the past per se to think you can turn it around, are you talking this season or past seasons? And is there anything from this season that you can draw on to say we can turn it around?
No, I felt like the question was in reference to maybe past seasons, so past seasons.
Does it feel, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Brian.
Does it feel anything like 2016, last time you left Washington?
I hope so. I hope so. I remember we played Philly on a Monday night, I believe. Next time. Kind of got things going again, so hope for the same juju this week.
And you got 30 through the ball this week from the very start, all game, and it did result in much different offensive production as a team. Outside of him and Allen.
So you guys gonna keep asking about it?
All right. You got it. Well, I'm not asking that. Outside of him and Allen, do you feel much confidence in any other playmaker on this offense right now?
I mean, I think outside of those two guys, there's too many mental mistakes. And, I talked about simplification last week. I don't really know where to go when it comes to that. There has to be, something inside that has an accountability for performance where we're just having way too many detailed mistakes. It's just not winning football. When you're expecting, it could be a total wrong route, or it could be a wrong stem, or it could be the release. We're just not good enough to overcome some of those things right now. We have talent on our team for sure, but it has to consistently show up from all of us. Otherwise, why would we have any confidence in moving forward? We scored 14 points today, 7 in a 2-minute, 7 on a short field. Last week we scored 10 points. 3 in a 2-minute, 2 in a no, 10, 7 in a no huddle. It hasn't been winning football on offense.
Two more for him.
Aaron, what do you think of the changes on the lineup front, and how concerning is it that Dave had a knee pop up again?
Yeah, it's disappointing, and we all found out about probably the same time you guys did. That was the change that they went with. 2 guys that played together a lot on the left side, 2 guys that played together a lot on the right side, although they played together on the left side mostly. And then when Dave couldn't go, we adjusted to it and kind of changed a lot of things around to try and give Zach some help. But we're a better football team when 69's out there.
The ball to Amari in your early game, is that an example of how you guys are close and he was not able to get all the way to finish on those type of plays?
I mean, this one play, there was probably 7 or 8 other passes that could have been caught for sure. But right now we got to have all of them because we're just not good enough to win without it.
Take care.